Hello, this is Ronin, aka Sir Rob. Today we are going to summon on this banner for Summer Ymir and maybe more merges for Vital Tiki. First, let's summon on these banners because they dropped today as well. What banner was this? Okay, I'm gonna go for Nils. This one I'm going to go for Gatekeeper, because I've never gotten Gatekeeper before, and I would love to get him, but not happening. 2 units I got at plus 10. Okay. First priority is colorless. There's no colorless, and we'll go for red. And I would love to pull for red as well, but I think for the purpose of getting as many copies of Bridal Tiki as possible, which I think is fairly important since she's a harmonized hero, I would just like to focus on colorless. If I got Kagero, I'd probably use her because she does have good fodder in Disarm Trap 4, but I don't know. If I did get her, maybe it would be worth using her in Aether Raids. Thing is, I already use Yuri and Ninja Lin actually, and I have air, so I already have a lot of daggers that I'm using in Aether Raids, so that's not necessarily what my offense teams need at the moment. But I suppose I'll have to play around with her to see how effective she is as an ARO carry. If I get her, I might not. I wanted to talk about my Summoner Duels run, because that was quite horrible. The one win I got was an instant surrender. Oh, that's my first Laurent. Yeah, I don't care much for Laurent. He is most memorable for that interesting support he has with Noir. Which, yeah, that's certainly a character trait that he has. No judgment, just it's interesting. But yeah. Oh, well, there's a Summer Ymir. Cool. And I could stop here, but I think I would like the opportunity to summon more copies of Bridal Tiki anyway, so. Because the spark opportunity is here, so I may as well go for it. So yes, in Summer Duels, the one win I got was an instant surrender. I lost every other match. I would love to blame it on power creep, and I do think that was a big factor, but I'm sure there were other factors, like maybe I didn't practice enough, maybe I didn't develop my teams well enough. And there are ways to improve that aspect. I think one of the things that people who take the mode seriously, I think one of the things that they do is they are part of a Discord or some other community of players, and they play regularly and they practice with each other. Thing is, I'm not really fond of those communities, and I think there's the thing is, when you join a community like that, I feel like there's a pressure that you have to keep up with those other players, and you have to start spending more money if you want to keep up. Like, people will give you suggestions to pull for this or this, and sometimes it's just not possible unless you spend more money. It might be counter to your current goals. Unless, like I said, you spend enough money where you can afford to pull on every single banner out there. And yeah, I could refocus my orb priorities. Like, this banner right now, it's not a meta banner because these are all reruns. The meta is generally going to be whatever the newest units are. There are some exceptions, but those exceptions can drop down from the meta at any time, depending on what IS releases. Like, they could decide to just release a unit that negates Pathfinder, for example, and that would completely ruin that Pathfinder line that you saw in my last Summoner Duels run. And yeah, IS can just decide what's meta and what's not on a whim. So whenever you pull for meta units, you're always taking a gamble. Unless, like I said, you're pulling for every single meta unit out there. And in the end, I do record all of my Summoner Duels matches, but it's not honestly such a big priority for me that I am willing to spend orbs on it. It's just one mode. You don't get crowns or thrones or any other number that goes up. So really, I don't personally feel that it's rewarding enough to justify spending the amount of orbs required to stay relevant in that mode. So, yeah, I am not looking forward to Summoner Duels R coming up, because that's in 2 weeks. I really wish they would just get rid of Summoner Duels R and replace it with a Summoner Duels mode where you could use rental units, like units that IS makes, and then you can select those, rather than the units that you have in your barracks. Because I think that would be a lot more fun, the playing field would be a lot more even, and I think that would get more people to play the mode. But maybe not, I don't know. But I feel like it would certainly be better than what we have now, which is just praying that your team doesn't get hard countered by the other team. A lot of Legaults. That's good, I like him. I would be interested in building Legault at some point, but that's not really feasible with the amount of units that I'm using right now. It's very difficult to try and incorporate new units in my barracks, because I sort of hit a hard limit for myself, because I try to use all the units that I have. I try to use as many units as I reasonably can. And with the amount of team slots that we have, right now I am using 30 teams per arena assault run. So technically I have 60 teams worth of units because depending on the season, I can bring a unit or I can't bring one. So, but I can't exceed that amount of teams that I'm bringing because of the limited team slots. And so if I use a new unit, I have to replace one, and it's getting very difficult to do that. And like, I would request more team slots, but I also think that's pretty extraneous because like, you don't need more than that for mode where you're you only have to bring 7 teams. So Pulse attack is nice. But yeah, I wish there was some way that I could justify or even fit in using more units, because I like building units. I like lots of different Fire Emblem characters, so. But it's not realistic to do that. I made a list for myself of characters that I would like to build, and that list is so huge that there's I wouldn't possibly be able to use all of them. So you have to focus on your absolute favorites or what's meta. The next banner I plan to pull on is going to be the legendary banner, of course. We don't know if there's going to be an Emblem Hero on there. That's Reinhardt. On one hand, another Emblem Hero this soon would be pretty bad for the state of power creep, but on the other hand, I would like them to release an Emblem Hero when I'm already subscribed to FayPass, so I'm leaning more on the side of I hope there's an Emblem Hero on this upcoming banner. But I would be pretty conflicted as well, because I do plan to spark for another what are they called? I do plan to spark for legendary minion so that I can give Naga speed res trace for Aether raids. And if an emblem unit was on that banner, I would have to, of course, prioritize the Emblem Hero, right? So. For the games I'm playing, I'm still playing Phantasy Star 4, which is still a very good game. And I'm also watching Let's Play of Xenoblade Chronicles. The player, they're going to the Sword Valley, I think it's called. And it's like part 15 of 45, so it's a really, really big game. Perfect. So I got what I was looking for, got that merge for Summer Ymir, and now we're getting an extra copy of Brattle Tiki. Not the best summoning session, but that's fine. You all know that my luck has been pretty absurd lately, so I have no right to complain if I get nothing in the next, like, 7 banners. And you. Nothing new, which I suppose is fine. Oh, and we got Reinhardt too. Wow, I didn't even, like, factor him in as a 5-star. It's just very underwhelming. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you choose to summon on this banner, I hope it goes well. And I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.